the Zerg player, it is really who's the Terran player. So I was thinking the two players with their facial expressions were reversed. So now all the facial expressions make sense, guys. All of them. Every single one of them. Anyway, yeah, I'm embarrassing myself here as a commentator. Failure! No, I hope you guys... I'm sure this is going to be the most entertaining commentary I've done in a while. Nevertheless, really, with the fantastic facial expressions, in a lot of trouble. Couple vultures, of all things, wandering up here. Just a single lurker that I saw. Complete map control in Ridley's hands. I'm going to expect, actually, you could just run up, kill that lurker, and finish off the main if you wanted to. At the very least, that bottom left doesn't have any... Oh, man, bad news. Two Zerglings against two Vultures, although it looks like the Zerglings are going to win, because the Vultures are just kind of like, not really doing anything. There's the Zuma in the face. Okay, awesome. And at Comsat, there are only 3 lurkers against the overwhelming amount of Marines, and the Mulisks coming late to the party. So all the lurkers getting taken out, complete map control in Riley's favor, and I do believe Riley's going to come out with this game. And he played it really well, I've got to say. He did a nice kind of defensive thing. And here I'm talking about Estro Zerg going with this build when it's completely MBC. So there you go. It's a Korean build in general that's arisen. I'm not sure who did it first. Maybe someone can enlighten me in the comments. But the Mules continuing to try to pick away at that. Looks like that lurker just kind of hitting that army otherwise. And not even an armor upgrade, actually, because he's just invested so much in Mulisks. Really getting peeled back a little bit. A lot of Marines in transition without a lot of... Ooh, oh, no! Don't get separated like that. That's bad news. Go back. Okay. Join your medic brethren. Or sisters? Sisters. That'd be kind of gross, actually. Join your medic comrades. Comradesses? Nevertheless. Looks like the Mule is going to try to wander around, but honestly, with this 3-base contain, I think really is kind of delaying here, actually. You should have attacked... you should have taken out a base. He's managed to kill a lot of drones, but I expected this to be over quite a bit sooner. Interestingly enough, just continuing to peel out a couple of vultures here and there, and just seems to be having trouble kind of maneuvering his army around, probably waiting for that science vessel with some irradiate before he really decides to move out in earnest. Now those lurkers going to take up that upper position. Nevertheless, there should be a tank or two wandering this direction. Keep in mind that factory's still out on the ground, but going uphill with that, even with a science vessel, is very difficult. With just medic marines, ooh, Mulisk's able to wander around, deny an expansion there at the least, and that'll provide a little bit of help. Just 4 lurkers at position. Looks like, gonna turn around right now, actually. Go Vultures, go! Vultures managing to sneak into the main. They're gonna be able to rake over drones. Gonna eat those drones like a Chipotle burrito. Yummy. Unfortunately, not getting much done. Once again, Zerglings being the macro or the micro pros that they are, and taking the Vultures out. Yeah, not that great there, really. Come on, dude. You should never lose that. It looks like he's gone drop in the meantime, rather than continuing to produce science vessels, which I think would have been the better bet, especially with the radiate. Ooh, those Mulisks are eating radiation hard, though. That is a bad burrito right there. And finally managing to get the separation, but not before losing significant amount of Mutilisks. And now a big drop coming in, nothing really to defend it. And the Mutilisks number is quite a bit thin, so they're not going to really be able to support this. Let's see. Let's hope it's not 2 Vultures, because if it's 2 Vultures, I'm going to be like, they're just going to get killed by Zerglings again. There's the Greater Spire coming out significantly later than, and not enough Mulisks to really support that either. So that was all the Mulisks right there. Don't know why he's going Greater Spire at this point. And it was all Marines. Wow. All Marines just to do as much damage as possible. There's the shocked face. Oh, man, crap. Dropped in the back of my base. I've lost, is I think what that face means. Anyway, I do believe that really has, in fact, won this game versus Peace. Looks like a couple science vessels out in the air. He has managed to take down that Defiler Den. The Greater Spire is not going to do anything, absolutely anything, for Peace, because he doesn't have any Mutilisks really to work with it, and I don't think he has enough gas just off 3 bases to really continue to produce that. The Defiler can come out, but Defiler supporting air units, no, does not work that way, and it looks like it's going to be a 2-pronged attack. Ooh, a lot of Ultralisks to greet there. Going to be able to take out those Scourge and these Zerglings without too much problem. And another drop into the main, and with that attack force mostly pinned to that front door, the medics and the medic and the Marines should be able to take out this. They'll do a lot of damage here in that back edge. Peace basically pinned to 2 directions, trying to defend at 2 locations at once, and does not have enough troops to defend either. There's the lurkers backing off, and there's the science vessel seeing those lurkers backing off, and there's another drop. Wow, at that bottom left location. Let's see if the Marines just kind of march out to the secondary as well. So nice. I really gotta you gotta enjoy that. The map positioning is just fantastic. Way to move your troops, really. Although it doesn't look like he's gonna push down with that main medic Marine force. Still forcing these drones to just... Why is there a second spire down? Maybe a bit of a mistake. 2 spires maybe for double upgrades. A little bit silly, though. Looks like those medic marines are going to have to back... Okay, that was the secondary that they ran across. Actually, was dropped across. And now more lurkers on the front door, but this is just kind of... Yeah, it's... Oh, run science vessels. It's not going to be too hard for really to pull this game out overall. He just needs to keep his production up. Needs to make sure he continues with the micromanagement, the macro management. Doesn't do anything too crazy or devastating. Just now landing his 3rd command center. But yeah, he's got those a single marine. I thought it was going to be plural, but no, it looks like it's just one limping, bleeding marine just trying to hit away at those drones and disrupt the economy as best he can. Now finally getting taken out. It's like a Rambo marine right there, but a little more tragic. It's just over the mineral line, like trying to get it done, holding up the machine gun prop that his marine dropped alongside that just isn't full of bullets anymore, shooting blanks as the marines come streaming in, just gets devoured whole. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the single beer that's making my metaphors so much more pungent today. Oh, another science vessel getting taken out. Maybe it's actually the combination of the tiredness, the single beer, and yeah, long day makes just entertaining commentary. Yes, I should do this more often. It's quite relaxing, actually. That's why I do commentary in general, is to relax. But oftentimes when it feels like an obligation, you know what I'm talking about, or I'm like, man, I've got so many games I should be doing. I feel guilty about it. But this one, good feel to it. I'm going to put it in the archives. That's right, I have my own YouTube archives, where I'm like, this game goes into the archives. Classic commentary. Defiler in transition getting completely wiped out. I'm surprised that Really has not ended this game yet. And really, I expected, really, I expected more. I expected more. Oh, okay, able to kill that lurker right there. That was almost disastrous. But I expected more stuff out on the ground. He's had 2 bases for quite some time. Did he just stop producing marines at some point? I guess that's kind of the problem with going factory into the mid game, particularly when you have map control, because there's really no reason for it. What did he gain out of it? He sent it out. He sent out a couple vultures that just ended up dying to lings. Go figure. So yeah, he's still in a good position to kind of win this out. He's just starving Peace out bit by bit. Peace not able to get any additional bases, still losing drones here and there. Still doesn't really have an endgame plan, I don't think. Nice plague. So maybe he'll be able to kill some science vessels there. Another drop in the main. But he's just absorbing attack after attack after attack. And actually managing to kill a lot of marines with a single lurker. Oh, managing to sneak one up into that upper left-hand corner as well. So actually neutralizing a couple of attacks here. And oh, this is going to be 6, 7 kills. That's just going to go up. You can hear the... I wonder if the Korean commentators are counting right there. They're like, oh, 8, 9, 10. It's turned into Sesame Street all of a sudden. Finally getting weapons 1. And finally a science vessel going up there and getting a radiate. But yeah, I've got to say I'm not very impressed with Really's ability to end this game out. Yeah, this game should have been over quite a while ago, but instead he's just kind of letting Peace linger in this, even though Peace's to Guardian build was completely stymied. And he's just got, yeah, he doesn't have the troops on the ground that I was really expecting him to have. I expected more science vessels, more attack troops, and maybe it's just because he was dinking around with the vultures, with the factories, with other stuff, that he's just not in as dominant a position as he should be here. Although, ooh, looks like another science vessel getting taken out. He's going to have to back out of this swarm. And I got to say, actually, Peace is doing a really good job of making a game out of this. He's done a really good job with his swarms and kind of pushing things forward. And I got to be nervous here if I got to be a little bit nervous here if I'm Really, because I have not managed to cap this game out. I've allowed my opponent to have a lot of gas for quite a bit of time. So what now? And it looks like some vultures with mines up to the north. Mines do counter Darkstorm pretty well, but you got to plan them ahead of time. Looks like that is, in fact, the case here. And look out, vultures. That was a Zergling right there. Normally, Zerglings can absolutely rake over Zerglings. Zerglings can usually rake over Zerglings. Vultures can usually rake over Zerglings, but not this game. The laws of the game have been disrupted. Anyway, looks like another drop going in, and that's finally 5 science vessels out in the air. I expected that like 4 or 5 minutes ago, but oh, never mind! 2 more science vessels getting taken out. Another drop going in. Still that one lurker there, ready to just wipe out those Marines, but it looks like they're just going to do an end around, take out that gas. Maybe, it looks like they have weapons too, actually. No armor upgrades. Excuse me, no armor upgrades up to this stage. Oh, I'm sorry, that's level 3 weapons. It's kind of fuzzy on my screen. Level 3 weapons, level 2 armor. So they are very powerful. And now just walking into the secondary now that those lurkers drew back and were out of position. And that is going to be game. And oh, that's just devastating look. Don't worry, Peace. You can come back and do your awesome facial expressions in later games. I actually like the way he played this at certain points, and he definitely plays with emotion. And I really like players who play with emotion over play. Who am I kidding? I love GG play. Ignore that comment. It's the guys who don't have any emotion that end up playing really well, who just show their emotion in their play rather through their actual faces, I guess. Because look at like Savior, all of CJ Antis basically, who anyone of note on CJ Antis, I guess, they're all the non-emotional face players. But you know Quanro is just boiling over with rage. But there's GG finally. A little bit of an awkward commentary for me, but hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. Moving on, I think I'm going to do another one because that felt pretty good on a roll. Going on to game 3 now.